faded. It's question 6. Okay, so I'll zoom a little bit here onto this. Okay, question 6. So we've got 6 plus 3 times 7. So remembering that we do multiplication before we do addition, so this becomes 6 plus 21. Okay, so this is about order of operations. I multiply before I add. 6 plus 21, so the answer is 27. The multiplication, we have 3 multiplied by minus 7. Okay, so that is then minus 21. So a positive multiplied by a negative gives me minus 21. And this, I'm going to guess that this question, I can't read it, it is very blurred. Let me just see if I zoom in. No, it doesn't really help things. I think it's minus 48 divided by minus 6. So minus 48 divided by minus 6. Well, I know that it's going to be then 8. Okay, so we've got a negative divided by a negative, so that gives me a positive answer. Okay, so minus 48 divided by minus 6, that equals a positive 8. Now don't be, the brackets there sometimes can put people off. Don't be concerned about the brackets. That's just there to kind of help you to see that that definitely is minus 6. I suspect it could also be a plus, so I'll also just do that. If the question were minus 48 plus minus 6, well, that case there we have minus 48, so we're starting at minus 48 on the number line. We're adding on another negative 6, so it's really the same as subtracting 6. So the answer in that case is minus 54. Okay, hopefully it's one of those two. Okay, so we have some more questions relating to order of operations. This time we have 8 plus 6 divided by 2, so it becomes 8 plus, we do the division first, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 plus 3 gives you 11. Here we've got the multiplying we do first, so 5 times 4 is 20, and we're subtracting 3 times 2, which is 6, 20 minus 6, giving you an answer of 14. Okay. Now here we have describe how to calculate 80 multiplied by 0.5 without using multiplication. Well, multiplying by 0.5, it's the same as dividing by 2. Okay, so we could work out that just 80 divided by 2, and that's how you would do the calculation, the answer being 40. It doesn't actually ask you for that in the question, but that is what you're after. So how to calculate that without using multiplication. Okay, here we have question 9. Write 120 as a product of prime factors and express your answer in index notation. Okay, so a couple of parts to this. Well, I'm going to do this using the factor tree method. Okay, you may have another method that you use. Hopefully we both will end up with the same answer. So 120, well, that's 2 and 60. I'm going to circle 2 because 2 is a prime number. 60 is 2 times 30. 30 is 2 times 15, and 15, sorry, that's not quite 15, 2 times 15, 15 then, well, we can't go with 2, so we're going to have to go, and this is going to be the end of it, so 3 times 5. Okay, so that gives us our answer. So we figured out that 120 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. We're asked to give our answer using index notation, so rather than 2 times 2 times 2, I'm going to say that that's 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Question 10 then is similar. Write 60 as a product of prime factors. So 60, okay, so that's going to break down into 2 times 30. This 2 times 15, a little bit like what we just saw. We're going to just be 1 less 2, and this is 3 times 5. Okay, it doesn't specify index notation this time, so I'm fine just to say that it's 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, okay. Perfectly acceptable though to use index notation as well. So either answer there is perfectly acceptable. Question 11, part A. Write 48 as a product of prime factors. So 48, well, that'll be 2 times 24. And that's 2, 12. And that's 2 is 6. And that's 2 and 3. So 48 is a product of prime factors. Well, we've got 4 2's, so I'm going to say that's 2 to the power of 4 times 3. Second part of the question says find the highest common factor of 48 and 90. Well, in part 1 there I've worked out already 48, so I know that this is 48. Okay. Now, so I got it now. Just get what 90 is. Okay, a little bit tight for space, but hopefully. Okay, so 2 times 45, and then I can't get 2 into that, so I got to go 3. 3 into 15, and that then is 3 into 5. Okay, so I've now got that 48 was 48 was 2 to the power of 4 times 3. 90 was 2 times 3 squared times 5. Okay, now the highest common factor then, sorry, that should be a 4. So the highest common factor then is equal to 2 times 3, which is 6. Okay, so we're selecting the lowest index value in each list. Okay, continuing on with question 12, write 720 as a product of prime factors. We've got a few of these now. Okay, and with 720 we're going to be a little bit short of space, but we shall do our best. I'll go back to my black pen. So 720 is going to be 2 by 360, 2, 80, 2 by 90, 2, 45. I'm going a little bit sideways, but that's got to be now 3 times 15, and 15 is going to be 3 times 5. Sorry, it's a little bit messy there, but nonetheless we can see the solution. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, So it's 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 3 squared multiplied by 5. Part B then, hence find the least number by which 720 would need to be multiplied by to give a square number. Well, remember a square number is one number multiplied by itself. Okay, so for example 4 is a square number because it can be 2 times 2. Okay, so if we look at what we have for 720 and write them down like this, okay, so we have 2 times 2, and then remember it's 2 to the power of 4, so I can write down another 2 times 2. Okay, so that's still giving us a square number. We've got 2 3's, so 3 times 3, so all of that multiplied together will still give us a square number. Okay, now that leaves us just with 5, so to keep that as a square number, okay, the question I guess is what do we need to have here, and the answer is 5.